Hello everyone, welcome. This is nuclei part 12. So yesterday we have discussed n is equal to n naught e raised to minus lambda into t. We have proved that our radioactive decay is exponential, right? That we have proved yesterday, and this which is important for 5 marks. Today I am going to deal with the half-life period of radioactivity, okay, and expression for half-life of radioactivity. So what do you mean by half-life period, right? So assume that you have a radioactive substance in which you have 100 atoms, okay, and out of 100 atoms, to disintegrate half of that, half of 100 is how much? 50, correct? So out of 100, to disintegrate 50 atoms, how much time it is taking? That time is called half-life period of that radioactive substance, correct? So how you can define half-life of radioactivity? So it is a time during which half of the atoms of radioactive substance undergo disintegration. This is called half-life period of a radioactivity. See how I am defining it now. See here. So what is half-life period of radioactivity? It is the time during which half of the atoms of radioactive substance disintegrate. That is called half-life period of a radioactivity, and it is represented by capital T, or you can also represent in this manner, that is T half. T half. It is not T by 2, it is a T half. Okay. So I'll explain this definition with example also. See here. Here it has 100 atoms, correct? Here it has 100 atoms, and to disintegrate 50 atoms, how much time it takes, right? And remaining is half, that is 50. 50 disintegrate, out of 100, 50 disintegrate, how many remaining? 50 atoms remaining. And how much time it takes to disintegrate 50 atoms? This is called half-life period of a radioactivity. You can define like this also, right? So now we'll derive the expression for half-life period of a radioactivity, right? To derive this, first I'll consider some concepts here, some important things. That is, I'll consider a radioactive substance which has initial number of atoms. How many? N naught, right? N naught be the initial number of atoms at a time t equal to 0 second, correct? Now after t half, nothing but half life period of this radioactive substance, so exactly half of this radioactive substance disintegrated, and remaining how much, correct? So remaining is n number of atoms remaining after t half time. So that n is equal to n naught by 2. That n is equal to n naught by 2, and I have to derive the expression for t half. Okay. So let us consider, to derive the expression for half-life, let us consider the equation n is equal to n naught e raised to minus lambda t. Consider this equation, right? Where what is n naught here? N naught be the initial number of atoms, present in a radioactive substance at time t equal to 0 second, correct? Now n be the remaining number of atoms after disintegration of t half life, right? That is, n is equal to n naught by 2 be the remaining atoms after disintegration. The time is t half. The time is at that time t half, correct? So next, where lambda is decay constant. Okay. Now for half-life we have, for half-life what is the time? T is equal to T half, right? For half-life, remaining number of atoms is equal to how much? For half-life, remaining atoms will be n naught by 2, half of the initial number of atoms. Half of the initial number of atoms. Then substitute these two values in this equation. Correct? So I call this equation number 1. Substitute above values in equation number 1 such that the equation number 1 becomes, where n is there, I have to substitute what? N naught by 2. Therefore it is n naught by 2, which is equal to, next, n naught into e raised to minus lambda, where t in place of t I have to substitute what? T half. Correct? Now what will get cancelled here? Here n naught will get cancelled. Remaining what? 1 by 2, which is equal to e raised to minus lambda into t half. Correct? Now I can write this equation as 1 by 2 is equals to 1 by, this is minus is there, if it comes to the denominator it becomes plus, so it is lambda t half. I have taken this e raised to minus x, if it comes down e raised to plus x, so only sign will change. It is in the numerator, if it comes to the denominator sign will change, right? Now you cross multiply, after cross multiplying it becomes e raised to lambda t half, which is equal to 2. Correct? Now you want to remove this exponential term, then what you have to do? If you want to remove this exponential term, apply log on both sides. Correct? Where we know that e raised to x is equal to y, then if you apply log on both sides, then it becomes x log to the base e is equal to log y to the base e. Now log e to the base e is 1, so this term becomes 1. Therefore x is equal to log e to the base y. So I can write e raised to x is equal to y is equal to e raised to x is equal to y. Then I can write x equal to log e to the base y. In the same manner, this is e raised to lambda t half is there. Then I can write lambda into t half is equals to log to the base e 2. Correct? Log to the base e 2. Now lambda into t half is equal to, I want this in terms of base 10, right? So if you want in terms of base 10, you have to multiply by 2.303, 2.303, right, into log to the base 10. Correct? So log 2 to the base 10. Now next, so here lambda t half, which is equal to log 2 is what? Log 2 to the base 10 is 0.3010, which is 2.303 into 0.3010. I'll write here log 2 value is how much? Log 2 is base 10 value is 0.3010. You should remember this. Okay? Now next word, multiply these two. When you multiply, you will get 0.693. Right? Lambda into t half. Now you want the expression in terms of t half. Right? So therefore t half is equals to 0.693 upon lambda. So this is the expression for half-life period. Half-life period. Thank you.